Hear me when I say you do not need more motivation. You need momentum. Because most of the time, it's not that you don't know what to do, it's that your brain has learned to crave the idea of change more than the work that actually creates it. Hey, beautiful friend. Welcome to Fearless and Worthy Woman, walking boldly in your calling. I'm your host, Alexandria Daugherty, and this is where faith meets real life. Around here, we believe in who God says we are, obey his calling, lead with confidence, and do the work faithfully because you were never meant to play small with the gifts he's given you. We are in our Do series this week, and today we're digging into why consistency feels so heavy and why the battle to follow through has more to do with what you believe about yourself than your discipline. So grab your coffee, open your heart, and let's get into it. Here is the truth. Consistency costs something. It's not glamorous. It is definitely not easy. And it's absolutely not instant. You pray for purpose, but the moment God gives you an assignment that doesn't produce quick fruit, you start questioning whether you heard him right. You start strong, you make the plan, set the alarm, organize the list, and then somewhere between intention and action, doubt sneaks in. For me, that doubt usually sounded like this. Who are you to do this? What if you fail again? What's the point if no one notices? I'm going to go back for a second to that what if you fail again. I have tried several different side hustles within the last 10 years. I started out with a cosmetics company, and it wasn't really because I was into makeup or skincare at all. But it was a way to try to make a change. I went with my leader to seminar, and when we got there, I think that was my first moment of realizing that I really wanted to be in a spot where I spoke life into people. And I asked my leader, my director, what do I do to get up there on stage where those women are speaking? And, in time, that side hustle kind of fizzled out. I tried several more, but another one that really pops into my mind is, again, where I had to be live on another social media platform that was part of trying to build this business. And even when I would go live, I didn't want to promote the product I was trying to promote. Rather, I wanted to find ways to encourage and inspire people. Y'all, if that's not God nudging me saying like, woman, this is your calling, I don't know what else is. But that what if you fail again, if I viewed every single thing that I've tried as a failure and stopped there, then I definitely wouldn't be where I am today. So I want to encourage you to view those things that you see as failures as maybe just stepping stones. What can you learn from each of those moments that you can bring to where you are today? But going back to what we're talking about, if I'm being honest, I used to confuse busyness with obedience. If I was moving, I felt worthy. If I slowed down, I felt like I was falling behind. But the truth is, I wasn't obeying God. I was just obeying my fear of not being enough. That's what so many of us do. We call it discipline, but sometimes it's just performance. Consistency rooted in striving is going to always burn you out every single time. But consistency rooted in surrender will change everything. Let's talk about what really happens when your mind resists consistency. Your brain runs on a reward system built around dopamine. We briefly touched on this yesterday. Make sure you catch yesterday's episode if you missed it, but that's the chemical that motivates you to act. Dopamine isn't released by completion. It's released by anticipation. That's why planning, brainstorming, setting goals, all those things feel really exciting. Your brain is lighting up. But the moment you start doing the actual work, your dopamine drops. Your brain starts calculating effort instead of reward. It says, this feels hard. Let's do something easier that gives us a quicker hit. That's why you check your phone or scroll or clean your house instead of finishing the thing that actually matters. And that's not laziness, it's just how we're wired. But here's the part most people never talk about. The brain doesn't just crave dopamine, it also craves certainty. And obedience rarely offers that. So, when God calls you to do something that doesn't make sense, your mind perceives it as unsafe. Not because it's wrong, but because it's something that is unfamiliar to you. Consistency, then, isn't just about habits, it's about safety. You have to teach your mind that it's safe to trust God even when the outcome isn't visible. That's what true renewal looks like. Your brain learning to feel peace in the process, not just relief at the finish line. Galatians 6:9 says, "Let us not become weary in doing good, for at the proper time we will reap a harvest if we do not give up." It's not do more, it's don't give up. The difference is heart posture. You're not being called to outwork everyone. You're being invited to walk with God. And walking is steady. It's not glamorous. It's not quick. It's one small act of obedience after another until one day you look back and realize you didn't just survive the process. You became someone different because of it. That's what faith in motion looks like. Not perfection, not pressure, just presence. So here we are at our faith step of the day. Pick one thing you've been delaying because you don't feel ready. Maybe it's reaching out, finishing that project, or taking the next small step toward what God's been nudging you to do. Before you do it, pray this. God, help me obey even when I don't feel motivated. Help me remember that your strength is greater than my resistance. Then take the step. Don't overthink it. Don't wait to feel inspired. The obedience is the inspiration. I hope today's episode reminded you that following through isn't about having endless motivation. It's about learning to trust God in motion. Keep showing up, keep taking the small faithful steps, and keep walking boldly in your calling. If this spoke to your heart, share it with a friend who needs to hear it. And make sure to hit subscribe so you never miss your faith step of the day. And before you go, grab your free Truth Exchange Worksheet. You'll find the link in the description. Until next time, remember, you are worthy, you are loved, and you are called, empowering you always.